You feel like summer days to me, warm tender sunny rays. I hope that we are meant to be.
Hello guys, good morning. Welcome to my Goa series. So today we are heading to a beautiful island in central Goa and its name is Chorao Island. So we have started our journey. We are staying at a place called Villa Khatun in central Goa and we have started our journey towards Ribandar ferry. So we are going to take a ferry from Ribandar and that will take us to Chorao Island, and then we'll explore few places in Chorao Island.
While the beautiful Goa is popular for its modern day parties, its sun-kissed beaches and whatnot, there are few less explored serene locations like Chorao Island which are still evolving in their charm. Located on the Mandovi River, Chorao Island is the largest of the 17 islands in Goa. And there is no direct road that can take you to this island, so the farthest you can go is Raibandar Jetty, which is 3.2 kilometers from the outskirts of Panaji, and then board a ferry from there. The first ferry leaves Raibandar at 6:30 in the morning during the beautiful sunrise time. And even this ferry ride of 20 minutes to the island was a completely new experience for me and definitely an amazing one. So as soon as you reach Chorao Island and board down from the ferry, on your left hand side you will spot Dr. Salim Ali Bird Sanctuary. This is one of the top attractions of Chorao Island.
So we are inside Salim Ali Bird Sanctuary. So this is the first place we are visiting in Chorao Island, which was also called Chudamani Island. So Salim Ali Bird Sanctuary is surrounded by beautiful mangroves, as you can see in my surroundings. It's around 7 right now and I hope it's not that crowded because today it's a Saturday. So let's find out.
Was out drinking, looking for the next thing. I couldn't really settle down. Always on the run, I didn't want to slow down, but baby then.
So this is the famous mangrove bamboo bridge that you might have seen in a lot of pictures and videos. This is a very popular place and it's a very picturesque and Instagrammable place. So you might have seen in the Instagram reels also. So thankfully we didn't find any crowd and the bridge is really beautiful. It's a bamboo bridge surrounded by the beautiful mangroves around me, if you can see that. And they have like very beautiful details they have added. Like they have kept a crane right there and small elements they have placed in the entire place, so which make it even more picturesque. So yeah, we couldn't spot any birds till now. I can hear a lot of birds, but yeah, the place is really beautiful. And it's important, like you should come in the morning. Like we reached here at 7. So yeah, it's important so that it's not very crowded. Otherwise on normal days it will be very crowded.
Dr. Salim Ali Bird Sanctuary is undoubtedly the top highlight of Chorao Island. Spread over 178 hectares, this is the largest bird sanctuary in Goa and one of the biggest in India. The best time to visit is in the winter between November and February because you can spot the migratory birds then. Visit early in the morning as birds are most active at this point. So this place is surrounded by dense mangroves all around you from the inlets of the sea. This natural reserve is home to numerous species of birds like kingfisher, coots, pintails and many more. And some of these can be spotted during a boat ride among the mangroves.
So usually there is water around this bridge and it looks even more beautiful when there is water all around. So unfortunately there is no water today. I don't know if it's because of the weather or because we came early morning. So we are waiting for a boat ride. So the cost of the ticket here was 100 rupees per adult, the entry charges, and then the boat charges are per boat. They charge like 1200 per boat for 12 people. So even if you are a single person or if you are 2 people, you have to pay for the entire boat. So if you find someone, if you are traveling solo, you can find someone so that you can take the boat together. So right now there is already one boat gone and it's a 1 hour ride in the mangroves, around the mangroves.
We waited for quite a long time for a boat, but unfortunately couldn't find one. And we were also informed that one of the boats was not functional. So we started exploration of our own deep within the mangroves and hoping to spot some animal or bird species. And we did spot many birds among the forest and some muddy trails and lots of crabs. And with this sweet experience of our own, we headed to our next destination.
So we have reached our next destination, Chorao Island, and that is right behind me, the Saint Bartholomew Church. So this church is centuries old. So it was built in around 1500s, and this was dedicated to Saint Bartholomew. So if you don't know about Saint Bartholomew, he was one of the apostles or the men chosen by Jesus. So like in coastal Karnataka and in the regions around Goa. So he was spreading Christianity. He was responsible for spreading Christianity all over these areas. So there is even a big feast or a big festival dedicated to him. So this church is dedicated to him only. And as I mentioned, like this is pretty old church, but yeah, now it's I think renovated, so it doesn't look like that old. Yeah, but it's a beautiful church. So we are going in.
Get stuck, stay strong. You're never alone. You're never alone. The sun will shine.
Grand in design, beautiful in architecture, and paramount in religion. The churches of Goa are not just a religious place of worship, but they are architectural marvel in their own. Saint Bartholomew Church is one of these and is a classic example of Neo-Roman architectural style. Though this church has been renovated, it still emanates an aura of old grandeur, which is quite impressive.
Visited Shri Devki Krishna temple in Chorao. So this is one of the rarest temples where Mata Devki is also worshipped along with Shri Krishna. So you might have seen a lot of Shri Krishna temples, but here Mata Devki is also worshipped along with Shri Krishna. A brief history about this place. Initially Shri Devki Krishna temple was established in Marcel, Goa. So then due to Portuguese rule, it was moved to this place. The idol of Mata Devki along with Shri Krishna was moved to this place. So but now later on after few years it was moved back to its original place, that is in Marcel. So that is quite far from here. But this place also has a picture of Mata Devki, and here also she is worshipped.
After our last destination in Chorao Island, we spotted a very old eatery called Shailesh Restaurant near the jetty point. We were even hungry by that point of time, and old eateries have kind of their own charm. So we thought of trying some Goan style bhaji with pav.
So we have spotted a very old eatery here. That's a local eatery called Shailesh Restaurant. So we have tried different types of pav here. So you can get 3 varieties of pav here, and bhaji, tomato bhaji, and there are other types of bhaji like patal bhaji, mixed bhaji. So all those local eateries you can try, local food you can try here, and tea, coffee, everything. And the other thing is like what I have noticed here in Goa, like this side, Chorao Island, these are quite cheap everywhere. So they still follow like old pricing model, like the tea here was 10 rupees, pav bhaji, vada pav, these were also like 10 rupees, 20 rupees. The cost of ferry was also 10 rupees. So it's based for the local people mostly, because it's not very tourism. So Chorao Island has recently gained its tourism. It's mostly for local people, so prices are also on the lower side. Hello guys, so we are heading to Divar Island today. We have crossed the Viceroy Arch and we have reached the Divar ferry point. So if you search for Divar ferry point on Google Map, you will get the right location. And we are right now waiting for our ferry. So yesterday we went to Chorao Island and ferries were quite frequent. So we are just waiting, and I think here also ferries would be frequent only to Divar Island. And today is a Sunday, so let's hope it's not crowded. Ferry prices are quite cheap. So Chorao Island, it was 10 rupees for a car and 7 for a two-wheeler.
No, actually two-wheeler was free.
Two-wheeler was free?
Only car and bigger vehicle has charge.
Okay. So only car and bigger vehicle had charges. And today, like for Divar Island, the cost of the ticket is 7 rupees. So it's not like per person basis, it's per vehicle basis. This is also a new experience for us, like traveling on a ferry, taking our car. We are right now sitting in our car because it's quite sunny outside. Anyhow, we have to head out on Divar Island. And there is a bus also behind us, so even like buses are also there on the ferry. So we have reached the Divar Island, and our first location where we are heading is Our Lady of Piety Church. It's quite popular church in Divar Island, and from the ferry point it's around 1.5 kilometers. So we are on our way to that church, and what I have heard is it's located on a forested hill and it offers a very beautiful view of Mandovi River. So I'm pretty excited.
Our Lady of Piety Church is also known as Church of Our Lady of Compassion, and it is located in a town called Paide, which is located in small forested hill on Divar Island. This church also dates back to 16th century and was rebuilt in an impressive Indian Baroque style. We couldn't capture many videos or photos of the place since photography and videography is completely prohibited there, and there are multiple boards stating that. However, visiting this place, viewing its old charm, and revisiting the remnants of the past is an experience of its own kind.
So right now we are standing at the site of Saptakoteshwar temple. So these are the ruins which you can see right behind me. So this temple has an interesting history. or I can say an unfortunate history. So this was built during Kadamba rule, and that was around 10 to 14th century time. So it's a very old temple, but during Bahmani rule it was destroyed and it was re-established by Vijayanagar kingdom. So you can read about the history also about this place. But right now the ruins which you are seeing, in 15th century this was completely destroyed by the Portuguese. So the idols which were here, these were shifted to Bicholim. So when yesterday we visited another Dev Krishna temple, Devki Krishna temple, so there also I mentioned like the idol of Devki and Krishna had been shifted, which was initially at Bicholim only. So most of the Hindu idols have been shifted to that place called Bicholim, and multiple temples are there. So even this place where we are standing, Divar Island, was once considered a Hindu pilgrimage site, and there were multiple temples here, including this one, and there was Ganesha temple, and there were many other temples. So now all of them are shifted to that capital of Bicholim or other Hindu sites. So right now behind us what we are seeing is this taluka and the ruins. We can still see some details around there. The temple details are still visible on that side. So these details which you are seeing right behind me, these are called gopuras. So during that time, like when the temple was in its full complete form, there were around 108 of these gopuras. These beautiful gopuras were there, and each gopura had an idol placed here. So right now we can see there are few gopuras this side and few on the other side, but most of the others are either destroyed or they are submerged under the water. But the little beautiful details we can still see, and we can just imagine how beautiful this place would have been. So overall Divar is a quaint little beautiful town, and there is a beautiful calm that surrounds its place. It's a very peaceful island. You can come here just to spend some time. Like, there are not a lot of things to do or places to visit, but this town itself is like very beautiful just to visit. I mean, the island itself is really beautiful. Like, they are surrounded by paddy fields, there's greenery all around, palm trees, beautiful vibrant houses are there. So it has just a sweet little vibe to it. So you can visit this place just to take a walk around these lanes, or I would suggest come in the morning. So you can come in the morning and take cycling tours here. So I wanted to have a cycling tour here, but we couldn't get bicycles here. So you can take bicycles on rent on time if you are coming in peak season, because they are mostly not available if you are trying to rent at the last moment. So you can just book your bicycles and ride along these beautiful roads, and it will be a lot of fun. So next time I am definitely going to do that.